Hey there, happy Tuesday, happy book review day. Today's book is Love Lucy by Lucille Ball. Um, so this is a memoir, autobiography, whatever you want to call it. Lucille Ball started writing it, and I think it was in the 60s. And then for whatever reason it petered out and it got shelved and everybody kind of forgot about it. And then later in her life, she wrote another autobiography and apparently forgot that the previous one existed. So after she passed in 89, her children found this in a box and then they dug into it. And what's really awesome about it is hyper focused on her early life. She gets to the I Love Lucy stuff, absolutely, but she talks about kind of the struggles of her family life and her relationships, I should say. But then she also talks about all these people in early Hollywood that are super interesting, and how they all help and support one another. Um, I'm blanking on the mom's name, but one of the moms of a very famous actress also kind of took Lucy under her wing and fought for her a number of times and kind of trained her and helped her get a better understanding of how to behave in Hollywood. And so there are stories in there about how she just kind of outright lied about experience and how she was overlooked for other people who were blonde because she was too tall and um, it's this interesting time capsule. Not only is it about Lucille Ball, who is a super interesting and funny person anyway, but it's also a story about what it was like being a woman in Hollywood. And she talks blatantly about how much she got paid, um, which is also just kind of interesting from a historical standpoint, thinking about as much money as she made. And then when she gets married, her and her husband have separate accounts. So he can go and blow his money on whatever he wants and she is much more a saver and an investor and that kind of stuff. And in fact, she tells a story in there about he's gambling, I think playing blackjack or craps or something, and losing money. And she shows up and turns it around, ends up winning $18,000 in less than an hour, and then takes the money and cashes out. And he's like, no, 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 like, come on, let's keep gambling. And she puts the money in her account and immediately invests it. So, um, so there's like relationship stuff in there. There's like the early family stories. There's all the Hollywood stuff. There's they talk about Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire and her connections with them and it's kind of some inside scoop about them that I didn't know, which is apparently Fred Astaire was terrible to be around and not very kind and but a perfectionist in terms of rehearsal and dance. Um, so anyway, if you're interested, and this came out in 97, so this is old. I just hadn't gotten around to it, but Love Lucy by Lucille Ball. I think it goes right up to 1968, I think is maybe where it ends. I would definitely recommend. What are you reading? Thanks. Bye.